Okay, and welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Field of Glory Empire, Towns of Rome, where we're laying siege to Syracuse. And at that point, we're probably just ready. That rope's ready just to assault. We're moving on to sieging the Sardinians. So as we push this army down here, maybe contemplate trying to go into the Iberia here, take over this province. That would add to one of our existing provinces, which should not be too bad. We'll just push on the coast like that. Where have you? Oh. Here are just more fleet elements that I missed grabbing and shipping. There we go. Upgrade the lines, move to the next Roman camp, upgrade the next Roman camp. And yeah, growth kicked in. We got nice more buildings here. Don't need culture, or don't need loyalty, so we don't need to do the Noble District here. Great Shipyard's not bad. This is a level 3 shipyard. Additional cost to equipment to building warships is a national wonder, so this would be our most important shipyard. And it's pretty well positioned to be a most shipyard, so I'm not actually opposed to that. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab the Great Shipyard here. We'll accelerate it by moving people back off of food in a moment. We got enough culture buildings here to search for good culture buildings. We did actually get to... Oh, and this is a place where we're fishing for the canals, I suppose. Well, because we're fishing, we might as well grab the Oration Tribune, and then we can fish for the courthouse as well. But we had 2 slots there, so it's not the end of the world. Picking one of those up. Gambling ring. We don't need the... Oh, we do need the loyalty bonus. So I was thinking going barracks. We're going to go gambling ring for the loyalty bonus. And then waves this swamp guys back over to production. In the attempt to get these buildings finished, lickety-split. Some of them, like the gambling ring, are just going to finish immediately, but the Great Shipyard's got a little bit on it. Because it is a great shipyard, it's a national wonder, it is expensive. Okay, so that's actually 60 more than I needed to flip. Here we go. Yeah, right about there. So that'll finish the Great Shipyard, so all 3 of those buildings will finish next turn. We are got a decent amount of food going, so we may get, and it does look like we will get, another population slot. Not actually in a place that's going to affect building things, because I think that was actually 2 slots, but let's see. You have 2 building slots. The Great Sanctuary, or the Dry Dock. Less interest in the Dry Dock. Really interested in that Sanctuary. 47 culture, 1 legacy, 3 faction-wide loyalty bonus, 12 loyalty locally. In addition, would be the upgrade to the Basilica, is the national wonder. Yeah, not opposed to that. That's a great choice. Good job, capital. And we can probably trade off another 500 money to get construction going faster on that. See something? Still be pretty good. Yeah, that's probably about right. Oh, and we don't quite need that much. Really don't need that much. Okay, that's maybe a different question. I might want to not earn that much then, and we can take it somewhere else off. Because what? We need 300, so we need like another 100. Spare another 140 production. Yeah. So okay, we got 500 culture, 500 income that I can spare somewhere else, like here, to get construction going faster. So apparently got too much construction here already. Okay, so we can kick that can down the road a little bit more. Got the construction to build everything here. So we kick the can down the road again. Thought we had more guys. Okay, so this is a region where we're probably going to want. No, not even a lot here either. But yeah, we'll trade some guys off of money here to get some construction going. You don't need the conversion anymore, though. More conversion or more culture is not going to hurt. So we'll do the swamp there. The goal is to get enough construction here to get the temple to complete in one turn. I suppose. Oh, there we go. That's enough. And that's just about enough, so I'm not going to micro it much more than that. So those will both finish. One of those I think will still have a slot left. The Watchtower will still have a slot left. So we'll revisit whether or not we want to take more money off of you next turn. More money production off of you next turn. Okay. And both of these regions are good to go. So yeah, we still have more money to take off of places, so we'll actually probably start making more food in the capital. Coin maker is not bad. It's not, well, it's not a good coin maker. Actually, let's rephrase that. That's not a good coin maker. We're not going to use that coin maker. Well, it may be a better coin maker in the future, but it's not particularly good right now. Yeah, that's a bad noble district. Sure. Take people off of food, on to production. And then we go around the unaffiliated territory, so we got something to build there. Farm wouldn't be too bad here, so we'll go for a farm. We do have Germanics and Celtics to convert, so the culture conversion bonus won't be bad. When we missed this when we were coming through earlier. What do we want to build? Don't need that loyalty that badly. Presumably have access to. Yeah, we have guaranteed access to tier 3 infrastructure buildings, so we're not going to be needing to fish too hard for the brickworks here. Or want the brickworks too much. We probably were just better off with the Builders Guild warehouse. Not too worried about the weapons depot. We'll pick up the smokehouse because that'll give us access to tier 2 health buildings. And that's because the bolster colony here gave us a shepherd's house. Palisades. I think we actually hit with another bolster colony. No, we haven't hit with the bolster colony. Okay. Already. We got no port there. Build a port. Maybe they. Maybe Emporia hit them with the bolster colony. And I wasn't paying attention. Courthouse is not a bad choice. Grab the courthouse. That's all the buildings. Yeah, we got another 120 something money turned to food. Yeah. Get the region growing a little bit faster, get new buildings going. Soundly defeated, soundly defeated. That's not a great general. And we decided to play that build harbor. Okay, so that campaign's going, those sieges are going. You're moving, you're moving. You're moving. Nothing to build there. You're queued up for a build. And okay, yeah, that looks to be what we're going to do. Let's cycle that turn. Okay, we got another objective in Carthage, so we're definitely going to fight Carthage at some point. So we're storming... Actually, no, they sallied. Oh, and we losing some of the battle. I think we lost the battle. I think we lost the battle. Though our troops don't go anywhere, so it just falls back up again. And the second one, they lose. Still in the progressing tier. In fact, actually moved up the progressing tier, so we're raising the culture and decadence ratio, apparently. Lots of open slots. And apparently we're making more money, which is nice. Massive walls, which would be great from the large walls. Definitely worth queuing. We don't need the loyalties of Pleasure House, isn't worth it. That's not a particularly great tannery. Would give us access to tier 3 culture building, or tier 3 commerce buildings. This is the place we're also fishing for the plantation, though we've got spare building slot at this point, so we're not too worried about the next one being the right one, or this one being the one. So yeah, we'll go for the infrastructure building, get us access to fishing in it for higher tier culture buildings. You would like some loyalty. Looks like we're going to the Preceptor House, which isn't quite loyalty. Yeah, we're going to go to the Preceptor House. Okay. Got a building slot here. Could go for the Noble District. I'm not actually opposed to the Noble District here. Or the Quarry. Go... No, actually, I'm on board with the Noble District here because we specifically want the loyalty. Preceptor House, not bad. Can upgrade to school and stuff. Oops, a little negative on food. We do want more production. So we want like 2 on food. And again, we can lower the money production a little bit. Try to get this built faster. Yeah, close enough. Okay, that gets the Noble District done in 1 turn. Yeah, just about gets it done in 1 turn. One open slot up here. Plantation. More food, good. Not gonna free up anything to make it go faster. Now, what do we have left for the military buildings? Palace Guard. Fortress. Well, the barracks upgrade wouldn't be a no-brainer as well. And a couple of the master buildings. Okay, so not really necessarily looking for anything. Could build the palisade here and just get the walls going, but not too worried about that. Probably do the Preceptor House. Honestly. 5 buildings down here in Massalina. We don't need the culture conversion to convert the Hellenic citizens, because they're happy enough anyway. Yeah, I think it's the Legion camp. We'll take the Legion camp for the manpower bonus and access to tier 2 military buildings. Close the 10. Builders Guild. Needs tools. We've got no place to import it from. Yeah, it's probably not worth it without the Builders Guild. We'll hold off. The airstrike conversion rate from the cult site isn't bad. Barracks is not bad. We'll pick the barracks up. Two open slots. School. And the other one. Don't need the loyalty. This is one of the places we can recruit cavalry, so we will do the stables. 1, 3. Could use the loyalty, so we'll do the worship place. And we don't actually need the loyalty here. Tempted to still do the fish for the courthouse. Yeah, we'll still do the fish for the courthouse. Lots of stuff to build in here. Preceptor house, yeah. And that's a good question. I think we'll go grab the ranch so we can get access to the next tier of farming buildings. In this province as well, this is the province where we can recruit Balearic Slingers. Most notably, they are a skirmisher unit with ranged attack 6. So the support bonus from when a unit's behind another unit is the ranged attack divided by 3. So this is one of the few units that we can find that provides a 2 support bonus to the unit in front of it. Normally our skirmishers only provide 1 because they normally have a ranged attack of 5. So we're going to want a lot of these guys. They're going to get expensive. We build a lot, but we're going to want a lot of them anyway. Because basically every like 6 legionnaires we probably want six of those guys behind them. So we're going to recruit a bunch of them. So we'll recruit them probably in batches of 6 to start. We'll go fishing with the Tribune. Oops, that wasn't what I was looking for. Monument's not a bad choice. Okay, that's all the builds, so we're just having troops move around. Regional roads. You're paved, you're paved. You're ready to be paved, so let's try to move you down there to pave that one over. Should get there in a turn if you don't get any interruptions. This army wants more legionnaires. Wants like 3 more legionnaires to come reinforce it. Yeah, siege is going to take a long time. Until the legionnaires come in, we're not in a place to sally or to storm that one. Siege will be quick here. So we'll see that one complete. Once that one's done, then we can free the fleet up and send it down. You're dug in, good and ready. You're using 9 food. Okay, so this is about right. We're making the food that the guys are using up. Generally don't pay attention to the food consumption of my troops, but I should probably do it a little bit more. Decision-wise... Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to poke on decisions. Regional decisions? Grab another Federate Barbarians. One total rating, attack and defense. Okay. So why can't you do it? So you don't have a general, that would do it. Sure, we'll do that choice. And we'll grab some Balearic slingers with you as well. So I think that was that guy. That guy just died. Okay. Okay, let's continue the operations. What, did they already tear down the Palace of Emporia? Looks like they did. So yeah, we're winning. If we basically continue going at this pace, when we hit the end turn for the game, end of turns, we will win. But can we like to win before that? Oh, maybe that was a marker from last turn, because yeah, their palace is the Palace of Emporia is gone. It's a little bit of a shame. Siege should be quick. Not going to finish anytime soon, but it's expected to be quick. Okay, we'll have the Legionnaires go attach up there. That siege is going to take a long time. We've almost breached all the walls, so at some point it'll actually be plausible to just storm the place. Need be. And here's probably a situation where we probably could go ahead with a storm. So we'll order an assault. Hopefully it doesn't go too terribly. Do some Art of the Siege there. Build harbor. The island doesn't have harbor. Build the island harbor. Bolster colony. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll attach 6 guys up to that guy. Who will move there. See how that works. We got 2 here. We're going to keep recruiting some more slingers, which based on where they recruited will be there, is where they're going to recruit to. Oh, Scriptorum. I wasn't expecting Scriptorum to be so great, so available there. Lack of proper hygiene practices and local population has led to an epidemic. Oh. Sudden healthcare effects are also causing population growth, so we just got too many people. Too many people means people get sick. Okay, so we're still fishing for an irrigation canal here, which we haven't pulled yet. But we were also fishing for the courthouse. We got the courthouse, we'll take the courthouse. And then here... could take the trade center, that is 66 money. Lots of good choices. We're a little low on loyalty here by the looks of it. Which is going to be culture, so we're going to have to probably want to boost the culture anyway. We'll go the land expansion because then that gives us more building slots, which can see more stuff. Okay, we obviously need all that production because we have the massive walls are not going to finish this turn. 1 building to build. Could build the Greek fire tower, which we we don't need. We really don't need. That is a pretty big crafting district, 26 income. We don't need loyalty here, so the gambling is not worth the decadence. Yeah, we'll go crafting district. Which means we definitely don't need that many people making production. We need the production to be non-zero, basically positive. Want a little bit more on money, I think. Just a little bit. Like so, and then, yeah, everything off for production that we don't need so we can get the region growing faster. $58. There we go. 488 food. That should translate into some population growth, hopefully. Well, but we are so big that apparently this is the place where it's going to turn into a person quickest. 2 turns there. Got a plantation. Going there. Grab crafting district. And Massalina, which is basically the biggest province or biggest place in here, still quite big. Typical caravan house for money or training grounds for more troop quality, but I think we can take the 0 slot monument here for the culture. Again, if we had the tools, we'd definitely be doing the Builders Guild, but we don't have the tools. There's no... Okay, I think we're gonna do market here. Progression going. Ration Tribune does fish for warehouse isn't bad. And we've got walls, city walls here, though I think actually no, clear water. I think they're rerolling the clear water effectively. Some slots here, 2 and a 1. Deck construction with the temple here. And land expansion. Okay, and then we're off to the independent little territories that don't have proper provinces to go with them. Do Roman camp. And that's those. Okay. Siege is continuing. Expansion of the slingers is going. We'll see how that goes on the next turn. I think we'll play one more turn out and see how that goes. For this part. Someone died in natural causes. We have to build a harbor. Art of the siege. So hopefully it's none of our generals. It probably is. No, no, no. 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 That one. Okay, so the one in Africa that died, that's not great. Get replaced with a 1-1 for the moment. Okay, I think that's it. So we're just going to go ahead and cycle the turn. There's our storm. They got 7 combat with 2 units left, so this should just be, yeah, cakewalk. I looked at the video, or looked at the battle progression, just in case there was like one palatial guard that's just like, I want to solo the entire Roman army. That didn't happen. But that was what the fear was. What little doubt was in my mind. Yeah, I think after we finish with Carthage, we gotta go deal with Macedonia. These commercial light ships. Don't really need to do that. You now have control of the area, so Public Works, Roman camp. The fleet now can detach, go over here. I'm a little bit tempted to actually build more boats. Not what we're fishing for, but we do have a 0 slot, so we'll take the 0 slot. Got the upgrade to the caravan house, the caravanserai. That's a definite immediate grab. Though the loyalty bonus on the Basilica here is tempting, because we do need some more loyalty. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Basilica. For the loyalty bonus. Oh, and we got more population growth than I was expecting. Due to Admiral Healthcare. Okay. Scriptorum. Lots of culture. Probably actually better than that. Pottery workshop, yes. Tempted to build the military store, but no, I think we're going to skip on that. We have 6 infrastructure buildings. No, we have 5. Though, is that better than the piles upon piles of culture coming from the Scriptorum? I think no, we're going to take out the Scriptorum. Oh, and a school. Okay. Okay, let's start shoving people back on production. I do want, like, a couple on money. Like so. Otherwise, we're going to swap as much food over to production if we can. Just to get these buildings done, lickety split. So, Scriptorum's the only one left. How much production do we need for the Scriptorum? Another 80 because it's getting split 50-50. That should do it. Yep. Work on the plantation, 2 turns to the plantation. Lots of things to build here. Build a training ground. We may want loyalty here. And this is not bad because we can import weapons potentially from ourselves. 16 loyalty. Yeah. Where... Oh, multiple good choices. School's always nice. Legion camp's nice in this situation because that gets us up to 6 military buildings. And then the Marble Vein is 35 culture from nearby building. Yep, we'll do it in the Marble Vein. Marble Vein 1. School's nice. Weapon manufacturer is nice. Builder's Guild. Builder's Guild, if we had tools, would be nice. We're into the weapon manufacturer. Wheelmaker for being able to upgrade the public works. 2 building slots here. Decent source of culture. Actually, no, we'll do copper work so we get access to tier 2 commerce buildings on the next run, next cycle. Not a bad farm. A little bit better. Okay, yeah, I think it's toss up between the farm and the builder soul. I think we're going to go to the farm. We have more food to, guys, to stay off of food production. Do courthouse here. Limes and move. And when you have limes, though, you can probably build the... Yeah, you can upgrade Public Works to Regional Road. Some building here. What? Because the type of terrain this is, if we want access to Tier 2 agricultural buildings, it's basically this stud or hemp farm. So cattle's not too bad. So we're in mountains. Okay. Not a great farming province anyway, or territory anyway, but, well, also something does give us access to playing that game. So Xenia Corsica is a fairly small state. Just the two here. And this is basically going to be the best place for the capital, so we'll make that the capital. Yeah. Yeah. Tavern? No, that's a bad tavern right now. Well, because we got income penalties, right? That's... Yeah, we'll do the tavern. And then... Oh, we got access to sewers. Grab sewers. So, sewers, upgrades, the sanitation, making it take no spaces, and that sort of stuff. So it's real good. And yeah, speed Bill in if you can. And then while you're sitting here... Oh, we already got this queued up. Cool. Sieges are continuing. At this point, we can bring the... We've got the fleet queued up to move over to do siege support. Let's go ahead and we'll build a new approved fleet. Open Sea is pretty wide frontage, so we'll probably do something like 16 heavy ships, Horus heavy ships. Yep, we'll just do 16 heavy warships. If I wanted to go full support, like I was thinking this wasn't necessarily going to be... Oh, these guys even have rigid X, so arguably it'd just be 332 of these. Would be like the best that we can get a hold of. You know what? Sure, we'll really just splurge. We'll build what the port can build in one turn, all in one go. And we'll go ahead and I think cycle the turn, see where we stand. Now it looks like we got some new generals. You lost your general. And we got a 2-2 strategist. Yeah, we'll take that 2-2 strategist. That's the sort of general we want to see. And we'll cycle the turn. I think this is going to be the last end turn of this part. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. See how this turn ends. Okay, we dropped a couple ranks, but that's fine. We're still well in the progressing tier. Peace treaty ended, so in theory I could go after these guys again to finish them off, but we're not too worried about it. Displace our slaves. Okay, and Etna fell. So what we can do is we can just blockade Syracuse much better now. Again, there's Palatial Guard in there, so we're not going to go storming the place until we start taking effectiveness damage. And yeah, we'll go ahead and finish the rest of this turn up in the next part. If you're watching on YouTube, part will be tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. This is going to be the tea break of the stream where I go make a new cup of tea. So it'll be a little bit longer than other breaks because of that. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.